Hey yo, I'm making it through my birthday and went to the emergency room and I got treatment. I didn't get no rape kit, nothing like that. They didn't put no police, nothing like that. Just straight went to the ER, told the doctor the details where because she asked me direct questions. Did he do this? Did he do this? Did he do that? Yes, no, and she did a pelvic examined my breasts and my back, and checked for bruises and everything. And she said, I don't see any lacerations, anything like that. She checked the insides, you know, and gave me medicine. And she gave me preventive medicine for infections and STIs, all this stuff. Antibiotics, gave me an antibiotic, a shot in my shoulder. I mean, like a stab, put the whole thing in my muscle and a pill. Yo, and she told me, she said, if I have anything, she would contact me. If I don't, then I wouldn't hear anything from her. So I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to that because that's what she said, but then the discharge papers said something else. And y'all know what I went through at Johns Hopkins Hospital last year when I had the stroke and the heart surgery. I was like, you know what? And the doctor that drained the fluid from my heart at St. Agnes said, they crazy. They gave you crazy medicine, gave you stuff that was duplicates. They over medicate you. And he said, they crazy, Miss Crystal. You know, he crazy. He said, don't take this, don't take that. This right here make it work. This will cause this and that. And just, he ain't write the names of the medicine. He just took it on one side and said, don't take this side. Y'all, y'all, okay. So, I'm going through all that. While I'm going through all that, I'm in the ER and I video chat my youngest daughter on her Instagram, like I did last year when I was in the hospital. And I told her last year, I told all the details, and she didn't care. Let's be honest. Told her all the details, asked all the questions, and I couldn't get in touch with my oldest son Joshua, and she dismissed him. You know, she was following this prophet lady. She following her all around the world, all around the country, and I'm in the hospital. You know, hospital without my husband and my daughter and nobody there. And her prophet friend prayed for me on a video chat, but the bottom line wasn't nobody there. Y'all, so fast forward the day on my birthday, I'm in the ER. I text my daughter what happened, and I said, well, I'm telling you, she like interrogating me like she the police. Y'all, I'm just trying to figure out, how did he get in your house? Why you let him in? Or I'm just trying to figure out what happened. No, you know what it was? He was upset that I did not let her braid my hair. like a week or two ago, she did me. When do you want me to do your hair? And she supposed to have done it Saturday, the same day the guy did what he did. And mind you, I told her what the Verizon salesman did. Oh, that that's not, he didn't do anything. He didn't violate you. He didn't do anything. I did that kind of work before. He didn't, la la la. Same thing even with her father, with my husband. Oh, take that down. Take that. I didn't see him do anything to you. I didn't see him do anything. I didn't see the. Y'all, point of matter is, he came to my home uninvited. Point of matter is, we separated and he's abusive. So, fast forward, she's actually read between the lines, like I told my son Joshua, read between the lines, because my son Joshua was pissed off too. Said, why would she say, question you like that? My son said, that's a female thing. Ain't number three female thing took my daughters. And he want to emotionally abuse me and attack me. It's a total different thing. You know, and you don't do that. That's what I said. You don't do that to somebody that's in that kind of trauma. You don't do that. Why didn't you tell me right away? So what she's saying is, because I let him in the home, I deserve to be raped. Don't it sound like how a man do? How a man say, "Oh, I could turn your no into a yes." No mean no. No, no is no. Period. Point blank. You know. Why didn't you tell me sooner? My son, Joshua said, "But mom, you didn't even. You ain't even know yourself. You ain't know yourself." Then he was saying how he with the mold and stuff, and how he step by step his mind is with the toxin in his brain, and how he's coming back to himself. I said, "Yep." I told my daughter. I told her that I told the pastor, texted told the told my therapist, and my therapist said, "Yep, yeah." Said, "Yep, that's right." He ain't. She said, he ain't. He ain't kid. He just wanted to do what he wanted to do. My thing is, what's the difference between me letting the Verizon technician in my apartment because I needed my home phone fixed? What's different than that, and me letting my neighbor in the home because I'm thinking he's going to just give me groceries, or I'm just trusting him. Bottom line, I'm not thinking that he's going to do something like that. What's the difference? What's the difference between that and my neighbor downstairs that my daughter knew about? It ain't none. And see what it is, it's control. I'm like, why are you acting like you can't? Are you doing it because your girl, because your friends are around? Are you doing it because you want to keep the image? You want to look like, oh, you poor abusive poor abusive my I'm helping mom out, or the other week you was going back and forth with me. And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not going. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no more. I'm not gonna say nothing. Are you doing that because of your friends, in front of your friends? Oh, and that's what I said. What I said. I'm in the hospital, and my daughter tried to get me so upset, questioning, doing all that, traumatizing. I just don't. Yeah. To the point where she was trying to provoke me, trying to get me so upset that I was in the room and I was getting loud. I didn't want to get loud because I was waiting to get discharged. But I was like, okay, I'm getting off of here now, and I'll tell you what. Oh, did you walk up there? Yeah. No, you tell them. No, you tell them to give you a lift home. And even Joshua was like, that's stupid. They not gonna do that. They not gonna do that because you right around the corner from the hospital, and they not gonna do that for a. They not gonna do that for a rape. Bottom line, that's what Jasper said. They not gonna do that unless I was hospitalized or 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 couldn't walk, or like what happened to me last year. They sent the lift because I was immobile. And Jasper said, she even controlling with that. Want to make it look like she cared because Jasper said somebody else probably listening. Want to make, don't that sound like how my husband do? But I'm gonna say my ex, you know, and then they gaslight me. They gaslight me, make it put it on me. Put it like, why did hey, you go back and forth, back and forth. They're like, you know what? Neither one of y'all here with me. You not here. You don't live with me. You don't support me. You ain't there. You only support me when you want something, or want to exploit. They keep your image. And right on my birthday, right on my 50, why would I want to be in the hospital on my birthday? That's all my daughter needed. I can't say needed no, because it wasn't her business. We had that conversation a couple of weeks ago. It's not your, had me upset. I was like, it's not your business. Yo, then my son said that my sister she asked him 3 questions. Was I okay? Am I okay? Do I need anything? And something else. But even in the hospital, the triage nurse, she was like asking me these abrupt, rude questions. And when you go in there in the hospital, they got the desk, and they ask you what you here for, and I mouthed it out. And I said, did you hear what I said? He nodded his head, and they had me right back in the back right away. Had me in the back right away. But that nurse, the nurse was like, we asked all. I'm thinking to myself, do you ask those kind of questions to everybody that's raped? But I didn't go back and forth. But I just said, I slowed down, and I said, what you're doing is traumatizing. You are traumatizing me. And then she said, I'm sorry. What do you? How can I help you? And I told her, and the same thing, y'all, y'all. Then I thought about, I said, same thing I told Joshua. I said, these, they all of them was in the foster care system. All of them seen me be abused by their fathers and by men and women and neighbors and people in the community and church people and pastors. They seen that, and they all experienced that. But these doors, like, they come back and they want to be resentful, revenge. I'm seeking revenge. I'm gonna get mine back. I gotta get her back. And they pass it off like, oh, one is more volatile than the other, but it's still the same effect. The, the same abuse. Just a different shape. That's all. Different body. That's all. That man, okay. That's what that is. Oh, you know, it happened because I remember this and that. Cause it's something that you did, Mom. It's something spiritual. So I was like, okay. I told my daughter, okay, she want to know all details. Then you ask your friends, ask your private friend, ask your friends, and get them to prophesy or get them to tell you what happened to me. I ain't got to tell you nothing. If you got the same Holy Ghost or the same power, you would know what happened and how it happened and why. And you wouldn't condemn me or be blaming me. You wouldn't blame me. I'm not condemning you. Okay. But that's what that was from. My son Jack was like, oh, yeah, Mom, that's it. And he was bringing examples because he the oldest. He the oldest sibling out of all of them, the oldest child. And they don't never want to go to him. It's, like Adam and Eve, how the devil, Satan, how the serpent went to Eve. They don't go to no male, they don't go to no male figure or no male, they don't never go to no man about nothing. I'ma blame Eve. You the problem. That was your fault. You knew better. My therapist said, even if it started consensual, when you said no, it's no. Therapist said that, y'all, how you let them, I won't figure how you let them, you know what, you can be all spiritual, have the Bible, all that, and be Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized, and still be raped. Somebody can still rape you. Somebody can still take advantage of you. They can still abuse you. They can still physically, mentally, emotionally, financially abuse you. No matter what you can do everything so-called, do everything right. Everything right. And when they know that you're alone by yourself, they see you isolated, alone, living by yourself in a bad area, bad line. They assessing the whole thing, camping it out. You do everything. I don't know. My daughter and I got to this confrontation before. I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best. I said that's what the pastor was preaching. About doing your best. I know. You got people that hear what you say, but they don't listen because they don't give it. You know what? You just a piece of meat. You just taking. You not even a piece of meat. You just. You ain't a mother. You ain't a woman. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Bottom line. You ain't nothing. That what happened to me could have happened to anybody. It could happen. It could happen to the. It could have happened to the best of anybody. It's not about being a kind person, whatever. That kind of thing make you scared. Like, oh my God. Make you scared to even to open to walk up your steps. Walk, go to your apartment. Make you scared. in the man living around here. And make you scared, but in this area, I've been in here 34. Yeah, my son 34 years old. Been in all that time. And my son was like, oh, everybody but the mama and the left titty know that you a Joe Witness. And my son said he think that he lied about that. He said there is no way he's a baptized Joe Witness and he did that to you. My son just said, there is no way that he's a baptized Joe Witness and he raped you in your apartment. He raped you like that. There is no way he will be disfellowshipped. Because, I told Joshua, I said, I gave him Dad's phone number and the Kingdom Hall address. And Joshua said, I think he lied about that. There is no way. And he said, hey, but the whole neighborhood know that you was a Joe Witness. I said, Josh, I never thought about it. He said, yeah, Mom. Say yeah, Mom, because that's your childhood neighborhood. They know that. Because I told Josh, I said, I don't even remember even telling him that. He said, yeah, you used to knock on doors and stuff. He said, yeah. So y'all, okay. So what they gotta take? I told my daughter, what do you want? Do it gotta be, I gotta be raped outside the house? Do that gotta happen next? Why did you tell me? Me and sister could. What good is that gonna do? You wasn't there last year. Your father ain't there. What's that gonna do? Answer that. What is it gonna take? Do I gotta be raped outside the house while going to church? Cause people bold around here. They bold around here. Matter of fact, that's what happened to somebody that I knew. They took that girl and they took her and pulled her in a vacant house and broad daylight. Broad daylight. I remember that. She lived around here. Her and her mother. I remember that. And she went to United Baptist Church. Yeah. Answer that. What is it going to take? It got to be that. And the crazy part, the part that pissed me off is, oh, we right around the corner from that. I didn't know that. We could have rolled around. You know what? That's why I just, you know what? Like I told my daughter, that's why I just, when she don't tell me stuff, I pray, I let it go. I let it go because I know they don't care about me. I know that. So I just let it go. We could, you know what? I can say a lot of, I can say a whole lot of things that hurt me and bothers me. But I take it to my therapist. I talk to her about it. Because I know I don't have family members or church, you know. Even with that, why didn't you, guilt, gaslight, guilt. Going through that kind of shock, that kind of experience like that. You hear different people like that they on the outside, they related to you, but they related, but that's it. Like what Josh was saying, it's like a prison. You in prison, and they just there's no relationship. It's like a prison visit. He don't know nothing about his siblings. Like that's the only thing he born in, like prison visit, supervised visit. It ain't no ties. Why do you tell me? You done made your choice as to who is your real mother, who is your real family, who you like, who you don't like. And I know when I'm being exploited and used and not appreciated. So you know, it wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered. But it was somebody that I knew or don't know, or inside the home or outside the home. Somebody killed me outside the house. Read it's my daughter that wanna, my oldest daughter that'll say that I threatened to kill her. It don't matter. But it's a neighbor downstairs. Then they didn't care all this time. Let's keep that real. This what gets me about all it is the fakeness, the phoniness of it, the the fakeness. That all of a sudden, and they realizing, you know, that's why he did what he did because I'm happy. When they see I'm doing, oh, you looking better, you losing weight, my hair start growing, and my hair growing, I'm taking care of myself. Oh, she happy. Okay, let me take a piece of that. Literally, let me just let me get a piece of. Let me take a piece of that. Same thing for my. You set boundaries. What more you take? Isolated. What is it going to take? Abuse. You ain't satisfied till you actually. You ain't. That's what it is. So jealous. So hate me that much, and so jealous, and hate me that much, and so resentful that you ain't satisfied. You don't care about the message of the abuse. You don't care about. You just want me dead. You angry that I ain't dead. Say, oh my God. Oh my God. She ain't dead yet. Ain't nobody, shot her. Shot her. They ain't shot Crystal. My older daughter called me Crystal. Called me by my first name. I ain't said, they ain't said whether it's outside the house or inside the house. Whether it's a bullet through the apartment. Whether it's killing of my soul or my spirit. I ain't satisfied. No matter what I do. The good that I do, I'm about to say for others, but now it's just starting to be the good for myself. We ain't mad about that. Oh, she taking care of herself. Oh, we know she isolated. We know ain't no her children ain't dead. No, her husband ain't dead. Her family not dead. How in the world she maintaining? That's it. How is she? That's it. Oh, thank you. Ooh. How is she? They angry that I'm even maintaining. How is she maintaining? They ain't about no questions about no rape. They can't get no credit for it. They done got contracts out on me. Got literal contracts. Had me second guessing. Oh, you ain't in the word of God. No, you ain't praying. No, you ain't doing this. You ain't doing it. La, 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 la. Child, you can read the Bible morning, noon, and night. Pray, fast all day, starve yourself to death, and still be raped. Still get shot. Still be persecuted. Still be abused. Still have family members do what they do to you. Still be attacked. It happens to the best of us. It will happen. What they would say, why the bad things happen to good people? Y'all, why do it happen? And look like the good people keep prospering and keep being blessed, and they fa la la, anything fa la 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 la. Y'all, okay. What do you want? Like, I didn't answer my own question. I want you dead. She ain't say that out her mouth. I wish you was gone. I wish you why are you still alive? My sister said them kids ain't gonna grieve you. They not gonna worry about you. They ain't gonna grieve you. They gonna live their lives when you dead and gone. They don't care nothing. Our mother don't care about us. And my sister said it's okay. It's okay to hate your abuser. My sister said that. She said that while I was talking to her on the phone. I was talking to her on the phone when he was here. Y'all, it's okay to hate. It's okay to hate your abuser. And she said it's called righteous indignation. Y'all, sometimes it gets you so, it can make you so mad. It make you don't even want to what's the word? I can say trust God, but when you got people like that know they they see you in pain and see you going through stuff, and they know they play off like they don't, but they know what's going on, and they don't care. Why you go down to Florida? Why you go to Delaware? You know, you've been wanting to do this all your life. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? You know, why are you running your mouth? Cause you didn't already. Why do you really care? That's my question. Why you say your money? What's up with that? And that was before. You know what? I told you that's what. That conversation I had with my daughter, and then what happened with the rape, it kicked that out. It kicked out the abuse, the emotional abuse from her. It kicked that out, and it focused on him, the rape and abuse for him. I stopped thinking about church stuff and people and one thing at a time. My brain was like, literally kicked it out. So what, you know, you can stop cussing. You do all that. Stop cussing. Stop fornicating. Stop doing all that. You by yourself. Don't eat fast. You can avoid people and still be raped. Still have a man rape you in your home. Still have somebody publicly rape you. And you thinking to yourself, it's just my body. It gets to the point where, okay, he can kill my body, he can abuse my body, but not my soul. And the Bible said, fear not those who kill the body, but can't destroy the soul. It get like, sometimes it get like that. And you don't want to get to that level. Because then it ain't suicidal. It's not a suicidal ideation or a suicidal story, but it's the abuse the level of trauma and the level of abuse from others, it get like that. Make you like that type of persecution, that type of suffering and pain and agony, that type of agony. It's a get sesame, like Jesus, it gets sesame. And he said, all I ask, flesh is willing, but the spirit is, y'all, his own inner circle didn't even have his back. Y'all, you do what you do, and he still had to go through it. He had to go through all that. He still had to go to the cross. Still. You doing everything. People like to blame him. Okay, and my therapist said, and with start consensual, it's no mean no. It still ain't your fault. Anyway, let me get off of here. This will be my birthday. Supposed to be my birthday. Alright, get off of here. I can't say you're tired of talking about it. You can talk, and you pray about it. Pray about. Okay. They'll make you think that God ain't. Thank you, Jesus. They'll make you think that you can't depend on God or can't talk to God about the trauma or the abuse. Like you don't have rights as a woman because y'all know what the law of the rule is. The husband supposed to love the wife as Christ loved the church. But when you abandon and don't have a husband, or you married the wrong person, married the wrong spouse, the wrong person, or you have children by the wrong person, there's no protection. There is none. There is none. Yeah, God, your protection and all that, but that's why he provide family. That's why Adam, first, the family. Y'all, okay. I ain't says that's what carried my spirit. When I was talking to Joshua, I ain't says they want you dead. Oh, you got raped. Is that all? Rape what? Like the doctor asked me, she said, and let me ask you a question. She said, do you have are you, can you get pregnant? She said, when the last time you had I said, it's been years. She said, I know you in your 50s. Oh, and then she said, oh, so she didn't give me medicine to prevent for pregnancy. Y'all. So that's how my daughters treat me. Like, you know what? You just did, you know. You ain't, yeah, we females, we women, but you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. We gonna finish the job. We gonna do what our fathers didn't do. We gonna do what our fathers didn't do. We gonna finish the job. We gonna kill you. We gonna take you out. We gonna kill. We gonna kill you. How dare you? How dare you? If that ain't a demon, I don't know what is. How dare you live all the trauma that we inflicted on you? Is a spirit of infliction. How dare you? We gonna keep on bullying you and keep on provoking you and keep putting you down and keep silencing you. We gonna shut you up. You ain't no rape. Remind me of what my son's father said. Malachi father said. You don't know the me. You don't know what rape is. You don't know what the meaning of rape. And my daughter, the whole thing, the whole trauma of what happened to me, it reminded me of that. Y'all, and how they reduced the charges from that to unwanted touching. And then he was bragging. See that? What could it do you? It ain't do no good. And my daughter, I remember that my daughter got this spirit, same spirit, because she was raised by, she was put in foster care. That's my husband's daughter. She was raised by my middle son's father family. Make that make sense? So in her mind, she still got that mindset. Like, that's who she was raised by. Like, she ain't nothing. People talk. And their spirits and the way they, their influence. And there is somebody that the child like better than you. They like anybody. They'll like the abuser. They'll like the absentee father over you. Or like anybody other than you. And will exploit, I can't say enough. They will finish the job. They will finish, they will get, they will do whatever it takes to finish the job. I forget what the movie, what movie, oh, I know, The Bodyguard, where the sister was dead, jealous of Whitney Houston, and then where Kevin Costner took Whitney Houston to his house, and when her son was in the boat and the boat blew up, and when the sister confessed to Kevin Costner, said, did she say, do you want to know why I did this? And he said, I know, because she got everything. And Kevin Costner said, oh, it keep going till she did. How much did you pay? This, so and so, and then some more. Y'all, your children, got a hit. They got a hit on you. And they get mad when you done figured the plot, when you done figured their plot out. Like Kevin Costner. Y'all, how long did this happen? I don't know until, she just gone. Y'all, y'all, y'all got the nerve to question, ask you questions. Like that guy that raped me. The whole encounter, the whole thing, the whole, that that was planned. It was orchestrated. It was planned. He mapped that stuff out. He planned that. Now I bet you, if it was her father, Joy's father, I bet you I let Elliot in here, and Elliot did the same thing. Oh, you back with my dad? Oh. Or a couple of times, he on the live chat, the Instagram chat, and they act like they buddies. Y'all, and he come in here, ooby dooby, and the same thing happened in a different face, and it was her father, and he raped me in here. It'd be like, oh, but that's your husband. He can just do that. Oh, but that, now you can't divorce me because I just took it. Oh, now, that kind of thing. Y'all, okay. Y'all, they cover my father, cover him, cover him. You need to be a good wife. La, 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 la. Y'all, you need to forgive him. You forgive him. That's kind of stuff make you go crazy. Even what happened with the guy, my mind was like, oh, you need to forgive, because it was your fault. You forgive him, y'all. No, I made a video. Set boundaries and keep them. That goes for your spouse, your children, your neighbor. You doing the best you can, but whether you can physically fight them, you too, and they pinning you down, pinning you, they pinning you, manhandling and pinning you down, and you fighting them. Stop. You push them off, and let you know they don't care. And I remember years ago when I was raped as a young adult, and the 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 sexual abuse counselor, she said if you didn't said if you didn't respond the way you did, he would have killed you. I said took it when I was on my period. And I thought I had an orgasm, but thinking back, no, I didn't have no orgasm. I didn't know back then. I didn't know nothing about my. I didn't know nothing. I ain't know nothing about my body. I ain't know no. But I would never. I would never forget. I would never forget that. Cause she said said if I didn't respond, if my body didn't respond the way it did, my mind was saying I wasn't fighting him, like fight. But if my body did not respond the way it did, he would have killed me. He would have killed me, y'all. And then you got a daughter and 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 your spouse or people like they ain't satisfied. They put demands and expectations on how you should have, what you should have did. Why? You know, not out of concern, but they hate you that much. They like, why ain't she gone? They want the hit because whoever they had their sacrifices with, covenant with, and them put a hit on you, and they get promoted or whatever, like Illuminati. Blood, there you go, blood sacrifice. They done made a blood, they done took your picture or took something from you, your hair, or took something out of your house, or took something, and they done they tied it with a cult or a sorority, fraternity, and they done put something over you. Your own children, your own spouse, or whoever that they got tied up with. You don't know. You be the main one that don't know nothing about their lives. You don't know what they tied into. But they know everything they know everything there is to know about you. They monitoring, plot scheming, or the people that they associate with, or the people that they influenced by. They got a blood covenant. They got the contract. They say, you know what? You can't get promoted in this organization until you kill your mother, till you take her out, because she just do what we tell you to do. Okay, all right, y'all. Till we, they know bits and pieces of ain't no bits and pieces of your background, your children's background, your spouse's background. Okay, what happened? Give us the update. Is she dead yet? No. No, she ain't. No. Go back over there. All right. Let's do some, black magic. Oh. Oh. Okay. Where she living in? You know, what? Y'all, a lot of times you thinking it's you. You know, it's it's your children and it's the people that they hanging with and it's your spouse and his family and the people that he hang with, y'all, or the church that you going to and the folk that they connected with. Y'all, okay. Y'all, it ain't always, oh, you don't got connection with you don't have connection in the church. Don't let that fool you. All right, let me get off it because now I'm getting lightheaded. I think it's from that shot too. Yeah, I Googled it. I looked that up. I said they giving me the same thing. It's still an antibiotic for the same stuff. I said, you know what? They over medicating me like they did last year. They over medicating me. Yeah. Mm. Let me get off here because I do need to rest. I'm feeling like lightheaded and like y'all. Mm. All right, let me get up here. Oh, look at y'all see my tapestry. It's one of the scriptures. If God is for me, who can be against me? Romans 8:31. The Lord will fight for me. Exodus 14:14. Y'all see the scripture? The I think I showed y'all. And y'all can't see, but anyway. No time to get like that. It's like what did the people in the what did people do before there was a written Bible? And one part, I heard the Pastor Simon say that at the Bible study. There wasn't no Bible, wasn't no Bible. Moses ain't had no Bible. Abraham and Joseph didn't have no Bible. They was men and women of faith and they ain't had no Bible. Wasn't no, prophets and stuff. Wasn't all this stuff like what's going on now. Y'all, how do you fight and get rid of the enemy, get rid of the devil, or get rid of your foes and stuff? Y'all, don't let these fools, fools make you think, blame you. Like, like it's on my discharge paper. It is not your fault. It's not, y'all, you ain't, it's time. You don't have a Bible. You better start living your life. Like, you better live your life like you are in prison. You are in prison and you being killed. You being killed and persecuted for having. There's countries where there's no Bible, where a Bible is not allowed. You will get your head cut off. You will get killed for having a Bible. You better. That's what's wrong with America. That's what's wrong with these churches. That is what's wrong. bump all that, religious mess. You gonna go through trauma like that. You gonna say, you know, like Malcolm X. That scene where that guy said, that priest said, you know, you have a friend of Jesus, and then Malcolm said, tell Jesus to kiss my ass. And my son's father don't think that's funny, but I think that's the most funniest. That is the most funniest. That in the end of the movie when that lady say, I recognize you. I know who you are. Jesus gonna protect you. And he look like, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Now I know I'm gonna die now. And when you look at the whole movie, look at Malcolm X and how the Nation of Islam exploited him. If you look at that movie, Make It Plain, documentary of the real Malcolm X, and you see how Elijah Muhammad, how they started off, how the Nation of Islam started, they wasn't popular or famous until Malcolm X got involved. And then when he went to Orthodox Muslim, that's when all hell broke loose. And that's typical of what goes on in these churches. That's exactly what goes on in these churches. When you got that one, they will exploit your youth. They will use you to promote their hidden agenda, and then they'll flip it around and make you look like you the Benedict Arnold, or you the Judas, or or you the one that's against their leader, or you whatever. Y'all, okay. But them two scenes, tell Jesus kiss my ass, y'all. And I keep telling my sons, for I said, you gotta look at the reason why he said that. Look at the reason why he said that. You know, every white person, every person that he knew, you know, they done killed his father, murdered his father, had the train cut him, slice him in half. His mother, put his mother in the nut house. Sophia, you know, the whole thing with that, y'all. And then this white priest gonna say, do you know you have a friend in Jesus? A friend in Jesus, y'all. Really what he said, you got me effed up. Like, you know what? It wasn't about no, that was not him cursing God. That was not Malcolm X back then with Malcolm Little. That was not him blaspheming God. God knew exactly what he was saying. Bible or no Bible. Quran or no Quran. Muslim religion or no religion. See, you tell him, kiss my, you know. Little what you know. Y'all remember that scene? He like, look at it. I don't know it. I don't. Okay. That's the problem with. That's the problem with y'all. That's the problem right there. Y'all will watch. You know, y'all don't look at the whole contents. Even my pastor said that. Said when you read the Bible, you gotta look at the background, the culture. We gotta look at the whole, not just pick certain passages to fit what you wanted to fit. And mind you, they ain't had no Bible. They didn't have no written word, no laws. And when he said Jesus is the word, you ain't got, what the Bible said, that hide the word in our heart so you may not sin against it. That's about relationship. That ain't about the written word of God. That's about have a relationship. Hide the, you know, yeah. That's what that's about. It ain't about no written word. They ain't have it back then, but they knew right from wrong. They kept talking to him. They ain't even know what God's name, what Moses said about God, about his people. God said, I hear the cries of my people. Wasn't no Bible then. You got people like that. They want to be your God or your Bible and browbeat you. Want to be your prophet and be your mommy and be your controller. Want to be your regulations. And don't care nothing about you. They don't care about your body. They don't care about your spirit. They don't care nothing about you. They don't know nothing. They don't care about your oppression. And what God said, I know, I hear the cries of my people, the oppressed. And when he told Moses, you gonna represent, I'm perfect. You gonna represent me, but he started stuttering. But I can't, but I'll send somebody with you. Y'all, okay. Mm. Make that make sense. Y'all, yeah, people ain't sick. You got colorism, you got ageism, sexism, you got discrimination, you got all kinds of stuff. In your family, in the schools, in your neighborhood, wherever. Folk know how to destroy you. They created with it. They is creative, and you can't blame it on the devil. It's them. It ain't it ain't Satan. It ain't the accuser of the brother. It ain't Satan. It's them. It's them. They got a hit on you. It's them. They'll keep going and going until you gone. Keep going and going and keep adding and adding. That's why Kevin Costner said to Whitney Houston in the movie, I swear, Rachel, if you did this and that, I'll kill you myself. When I heard that, I said, whoa. He was that fed up with her. Fed up with her. I swear, if you betray me this time, I will kill you myself. She said, I trust y'all. That Bodyguard movie, it's one of my favorite movies. I like that better than The Preacher's Wife. The Preacher's Wife is more like fairy tale-ish. family film. But The Bodyguard, to me, The Bodyguard is more spiritual than The Preacher's Wife. Y'all, mm. Let me get off of here, because I really gotta get me some rest. And that shot, whatever they gave me, that thing weighing me out, y'all. Weighing my ass. Oh, okay, peace.